What is up, everybody? Look, we had WWE's Monday Night Raw out of Madison Square Garden. You guys know that whenever WWE visits MSG, big things are bound to happen. In tonight's episode, well, it honestly felt kind of random. But we are less than 3 weeks away from WrestleMania, and this is WWE's Monday Night Raw Explained, the weekly video series where we take a look at all of tonight's events and see how they will be affecting future storylines. We try to see where WWE may or may not be going with some of this stuff, and we try to break down exactly how things are going as we head down the road to WrestleMania. Before we get started, though, make sure to hit that button, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications. Like I said, less than 3 weeks away from WrestleMania, and there are a lot of fun things happening on this channel. There are a lot of fun videos happening here, a lot of fun AEW, a lot of fun WWE, and I would love for you to come and be a part of it. All right, now let's talk wrestling. Like I said, definitely some very random things that happened on tonight's show. If you would have asked me to predict the opening segment of Monday Night Raw, you could have given me a million predictions, a million guesses, and I would have never predicted exactly what happened. So, Cody Rhodes came out and he welcomed WWE or MSG, or he welcomed somebody somewhere. But yeah, he introduced the show. You know, WWE comes to New York City, WWE comes to Madison Square Garden. Of course, the American Nightmare needs to be a part of it. And then Stephanie McMahon came out. Why? Why is Stephanie McMahon here? She tried to insert herself to the whole Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton thing for absolutely no reason. She's like, you know, the three of us have something in common. We're all multi-generational stars. We are all second and third generation stars. Stephanie McMahon, your dad, well, used to own the company, but also, I don't think you want to talk about your dad. And then Cody Rhodes was like, because Stephanie was like, look, I've met your father and you are not your father. And then Cody Rhodes told Stephanie, he's like, with all due respect, you are also not your father. Good. Good. She's less of a piece of shit than he is. Good for her. Not to say she's not a piece of crap sometimes. We've all seen that picture, right? But good. I hope she's not like her father. We all know the things her father did, allegedly. But yeah, this felt random. It felt really random. I don't know what the point of this was. Stephanie did slap Cody Rhodes at some point. He's like, thank you, Steph. I needed that. I don't know where they're going with this. It made zero sense to me. Okay, yeah, Stephanie McMahon is Stephanie McMahon. She was there tonight. Madison Square Garden. I don't know what to tell you. As to what part Stephanie is going to play into the storyline, probably none. This was probably a one-off appearance because she felt like going to New York and writing it off. I legit don't get it. I could have done without this. Is she the person on the phone with Randy Orton? God, I hope not. What a terrible opening segment. Hey, and that's the thing, right? It's like Cody Rhodes made it not terrible, but it was random as hell and it made zero sense in terms of storyline. Like I said, I don't think that Stephanie McMahon will have anything to do with the story moving forward. Like, I think this was supposed to like fire up Cody Rhodes, but like, so it took Stephanie McMahon to fire up Cody Rhodes. They really need to pay off this person on the phone with Randy Orton. Like with these amounts of like, hey, look over here things. This really needs a big payoff, and I just don't trust WWE to deliver with that payoff. And the randomness didn't stop there. We had the Vision saga took several pieces of tonight, but we had I Show Speed there. He was looking for Danhausen so that Danhausen could release him from his curse. Very fun segment. Very nice, very evil, very Danhausen. He didn't release I Show Speed from his curse, and I guess that's why we got what happened next, because we had the Usos versus the vision for the tag team championships. We had LA Knight out there. He was doing guest commentary. He met IShow Speed before this whole thing. Basically told IShow Speed, like, hey, go have fun, go watch the match. I'll be on commentary. Great. Logan Paul's mom was there, which, like, congratulations, lady. You gave birth to two pieces of crap. You can tell I'm angry during this episode, but yeah, she had Logan Paul's brass knuckles, and Logan Paul went to take the brass knuckles from his mom. IShow Speed for some reason tried to intervene and take the brass knuckles away, but then, like, Logan Paul was trying to wrestle the brass knuckles away from IShow Speed, so he pulled him in. This was a street match, by the way, so, like, brass knuckles totally legal. So he pulls IShow Speed over the barricade. IShow Speed then then LA Knight then takes out, right, Logan Paul, because he's trying to keep this a fair match, even though it's a no DQ match. New York City street fight, by the way. Of course, they're in New York. Well, what's it going to be, a Baltimore street fight? So he knocks Logan Paul out. The brass knuckles fall to the floor. IShow Speed picks him up. LA Knight then, like, taps. Why am I telling you this? You guys have obviously all seen this, right? But, like, so he punches LA Knight by accident, and I guess this means the curse continues. The Vision are new WWE, what are they, World Tag Team Champions. Fine, cool. I'm okay with this, honestly. I feel like we're going to get something else out of the Usos at WrestleMania, and I'm perfectly fine with that. Look, honestly, if you want to run this back for another tag team title match at WrestleMania between Division and Usos, fine. Like, it's not my favorite match, but, like, I wouldn't hate it, honestly, because I also don't know where else we can go with these titles. The whole point of the Vision winning the tag team championships was they needed a spot at WrestleMania, right? So we obviously have to defend the tag team championships at WrestleMania, but there have been no other tag teams as contenders for these titles. So my guess is, yeah, we're just going to get a rematch. Hell in a Cell? A tag team Hell in a Cell? I don't know. Also, this WrestleMania just needs more stipulations. Anyway, moving on. So yeah, they win this match, whatever. We then have Paul Heyman being, cocky about the fact that the Vision won their tag team championships. He comes out to the ring with Brock Lesnar later on. Of course, congratulates the Vision. Brock Lesnar comes out, like, ready to fight. He comes out in his ring gear. Calls out Obafemi, right? Like, Paul Heyman's doing his whole speech thing. Brock Lesnar takes the microphone from him, and Brock Lesnar calls out Obafemi. Obafemi comes out, or not. Actually, first Adam Pearce comes out. He's like, I'm not going to let you guys ruin my main event at WrestleMania. So is this the main event of night one? Honestly, if they make this match the main event for night one of WrestleMania, I don't think anyone would have a problem with that. This match, as far as I'm concerned, at least, like, I'm more excited for this match than either of the main events at WrestleMania, because at least it's something different. We're at least getting this match and it feels different. So I would have no problem if this was the night one main event of WrestleMania. But of course, right, they didn't actually fight. There's a bunch of security that got in the way. Then Triple H came out and, like, kind of, like, held them back from each other. And then Brock Lesnar left. And then he left Madison Square Garden. So again, Paul Heyman was all by himself. He later comes back out to the ring to talk about Seth Rollins, right? That's when Adam Pearce had been telling him throughout the night, like, hey, dude, check your email, check your email, check your email. Paul Heyman apparently doesn't check emails. Sure, whatever. Paul Heyman looks like the most emaily person in the world, by the way. But apparently he doesn't check emails. And then Adam Pearce comes out and he's like, look, this is what I was trying to tell you earlier, is that Seth Rollins is cleared to compete. And then Seth Rollins' music hits. And then Seth Rollins comes out with a chair and smacks Paul Heyman in the back of the chair. Great. Everything makes sense so far. So who comes out to make the save for Paul Heyman? Is it Braun Breaker? No. Is it Bronson Reed? No. It's Gunther. Why is Gunther attacking Seth? There was zero build to this attack. Also, I was like, oh, does this mean that Gunther is aligned with Paul Heyman? Like, it would make perfect kayfabe sense if Paul Heyman needed some muscle, so he recruited Gunther. Nope. After Gunther attacked Seth Rollins and choked him out and took him out, pointed at the WrestleMania sign, he just walked past Paul Heyman and left. If he were aligned with Paul Heyman, maybe he would have like picked up Paul Heyman. Maybe he would have like done something to help Paul Heyman. But no, he just walked past him and left. So he's not aligned with Paul Heyman. He's not aligned with the vision. He just started a feud for Seth Rollins for what seems like absolutely no reason. And I know that we're going to try to get some sort of build in these next 2 weeks. We're going to try to get some sort of explanation as to why this match is happening at WrestleMania. Did I say that yet? By the way, this match is happening at WrestleMania. So we're going to get Gunther versus Seth Rollins at WrestleMania. The match is going to be absolutely amazing. I don't think there's any complaining about this match. And I think Gunther should continue his win streak. I think whether it be due to the Vision getting involved or a Braun Breaker return or whatever, although I doubt it'll be a Braun Breaker return because then we would have just gone Braun Breaker versus Seth Rollins. That makes the most sense. I do think that Gunther should win this match. I'm glad that Gunther's getting a WrestleMania match. For a while there, it seemed like we just weren't going to get a Gunther match at Mania. So the match is going to be great, but the build just makes no sense. I don't understand why this is even... Let me know in the comments if I missed something, but it just feels really random to me. And the randomness continues because we got an IC championship match between Penta and Kofi Kingston. But Danny, Penta has an IC championship match on April 11th in Mexico City versus El Hijo del Vikingo. Yeah. So, Danny, did Kofi Kingston even have a chance to win this match? No. I don't think anyone had any doubt in their mind that Penta was going to win this match. Even if that Hijo del Vikingo match wasn't going to happen, the likelihood of Kofi beating Penta for the IC championship was very low. But you've already announced this huge match at AAA where people are 100% already buying tickets just because Penta's going to be there, just because this match is happening. They're not going to give us El Hijo del Vikingo versus Kofi Kingston in AAA. Kofi Kingston is a great wrestler, and I love Kofi Kingston, but Penta is a draw in Mexico. Penta is a draw in AAA. This match is going to happen because it's going to happen. So you're not going to take away the title from Penta 2 weeks before he defends it in Mexico City in a AAA event. Totally random, totally made no sense. Of course, Penta won this match, obviously. But then, after this match was all said and done, we got the best news of the night, which also, we'll get back to why this doesn't make sense. But we're getting a ladder match. We're getting a ladder match for the IC Championship at WrestleMania. Random? Yes. Is the match going to be absolutely amazing? Yes. Did they make up some story about how there were qualifiers for this match already, even though the match was just confirmed today? And Penta said that, like, I spoke to Adam Pearce today, and this is the match we're having at WrestleMania now. So why were there qualifiers if this match wasn't a thing until today? I don't know. Totally random. Who cares? Because the ladder match, and they said these are the people taking place in the ladder match so far. So we have, checks notes, of course, we have Penta, we have Rusev, JD McDonough, Javon Evans, and Dragon Lee. Absolutely amazing. Yes, yes, yes. In a ladder match, all of these guys are gonna absolutely destroy in a ladder match. They said so far. So I'm hoping we get 1 or 2 more people added to this. I hope we get El Hijo del Vikingo added to this, which again brings me to my second point about the Intercontinental Championship. So you expect me to believe that on April 11th in Mexico City, in AAA, El Hijo del Vikingo is going to go up against Penta, and I'm supposed to believe that, hey, maybe Penta will win and take, or maybe El Hijo del Vikingo will win and take Penta's title away. No. Penta is 1,000% going to be a part of this match as the champion, because that is what makes sense, right? So you've already given us the poster with Penta on it, and these 4 other people on it, and you expect me to believe that El Hijo del Vikingo might dethrone Penta the weekend before WrestleMania? That's not going to happen. That's absolutely not going to happen. Now, Could something happen and we add El Hijo del Vikingo to this match? Yes. Do I want that to happen? Absolutely. I want El Hijo del Vikingo to be a part of this match. Hell, let's throw Rey Fenix into this match. Hell, let's throw LA Knight into this. Hell, let's throw 5 other wrestlers into this match. There are so many people without a WrestleMania storyline. I don't care that the build isn't there. That's not my problem with this. My problem with this is that there were 2 title defenses leading up to this match at WrestleMania, and we were expected to believe that Penta might lose his title. Get out of here. Get out of here with that. This match is going to be absolutely amazing. This match is absolutely going to win match of the night at WrestleMania. This is why you tune into WrestleMania. Love this match. I hope they add some awesome high flyers into this, some more. I hope we get Rey Fenix. I hope we get, I don't know. I can't think of names, but let's add more people to this. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Great match booking by WWE. But this whole idea that, like, oh, qualifiers already took place. No, they didn't. No one watches WWE's main event, and that's why they were like, oh, they took place at main event. That show that we know no one watches. Thank you, WWE. One thing you did tonight was done right, and that is that you are actually going to give us a fatal 4-way for the women's tag team championship. And it is exactly who we thought it was going to be. It's Nia Jax and Lash Legend versus Bailey and Lyra Valkyria versus the Bella Twins versus Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. This all happened because, of course, we had Asuka and Lyra challenge for the titles tonight. Then the Bella Twins came out, then Charlotte Flair came out, and the match was thrown out. So, yeah, we're going to get a fatal 4-way. So far, there is no stipulation to this match other than a fatal 4-way. I think a fatal 4-way is still no disqualifications by default. So, it's a no DQ match. Great. I do think that this could have used like a TLC match stipulation, but we're already getting a ladder match, so I doubt that we're going to get that again. But yeah, I'm glad that WWE finally gave us this. This is going to be an awesome match as well. I hope Bailey gets her WrestleMania win because she got screwed last year, man. So I hope she gets her WrestleMania win. But yeah, this is a fun match, and thank you, WWE, for doing something right tonight. Yeah, I mean, what's left to say? CM Punk, Roman Reigns came out. He said, "Acknowledge me in New York City." Then he was interrupted by CM Punk, and then they just fought. CM Punk put Roman Reigns through the announce table. He sat cross-legged in front of him and sang Roman Reigns, Roman Reigns. I hate that chant so much, by the way. If you haven't done so already, there's a short of mine where I tell you my 3 least favorite WWE chants, and that one's up there. But yeah, he sat up there, he mocked the chant. It was great. All right, we get it. These guys don't like each other. I guess what else are you gonna do? They've already been on the mic before. They've already told each other that they hated each other. No Samoans have gone after CM Punk like Roman told them to. So I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm honestly like, yeah, I'm excited because I like CM Punk. I'm excited because like Roman Reigns is fine. Like I like Roman Reigns, obviously, but the build just hasn't been doing it for me for this match. So correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. Like the first maybe 2 weeks of this whole interaction, I was in, but now it just feels like more of the same. It just feels like more of the same. Like I'm better than you. You're old. You're young. Your dad's dead. I'm gonna throw you through a table. Like it just feels like the same old, same old. And unless you're gonna give me some sort of like bloodline reunion or some sort of like just huge reveal at WrestleMania, this match is like it's gonna be a good match, but like, I don't know if I'm excited for it anymore. We also got Io Sky versus Raquel Rodriguez. Raquel Rodriguez won that match because Asuka and Kyrie got involved. Look, this is all obviously leading towards Io Sky versus Asuka at WrestleMania for custody of Kyrie Sane. Kyrie Sane, I don't know. Great, like that. Like, yeah, that match is gonna be awesome too, right? Um, And I think the build for this match actually has been decent. Like, it kind of started a few months back, and then it took a break, and then it restarted again, the feud for Kyrie. So we're gonna get that at WrestleMania. No complaints from me there, but fun. Fun. There you have it. Aside from Finn Balor video, Dominic Mysterio uh, coming out and calling out Finn Balor. Well, that match was made official too, by the way. I guess it wasn't official yet, but Finn Balor versus versus Dominic Mysterio is happening. Great. And we had a Javon Evans promo because he's going to WrestleMania. That guy absolutely deserves it. Honestly, if Penta doesn't win his IC championship at Mania, I hope Javon Evans does. That guy, absolutely amazing. Like, oh, hey, and water is wet and the sun is bright. Javon Evans, absolutely amazing. But yeah, show tonight. Listen, I had my problems with it. It didn't feel like a great show. It felt like WWE is at the point where they're like, WrestleMania is 3 weeks away. Let's just throw things and see where they stick, right? We're gonna pull names out of a hat, and it's Gunther, and he's gonna go up against Seth Rollins. Okay, great. We're gonna have a trip. We're gonna have a ladder match for the IC championship. Let's see. All right, we got. All right, you got Pence as a champion. Right. Okay. We got JD McDonough. Sure. Okay. Rusev, you're going up against Javon Evans and Dragon Lee. Awesome. Love that match. We're gonna pull that together. Who's gonna come out and talk some sense into Cody Rhodes? Pull name out of a hat. Stephanie McMahon, that's weird. So that's how tonight's episode felt a little bit for me. And listen, it was fine. All right, like, injuries have caused a bunch of storylines to fall off the card, sure. So I get it. I get it. And it doesn't mean that I'm not gonna be annoyed by it. I'm not gonna be annoyed by the build or non-build for some of these matches. But anyway, since you've made it this far, make sure to drop a like. I realized that my mic wasn't on throughout this whole recording, and I'm not going to record it again. So I do apologize if the audio was not what you liked in this video. But anyway, check out my video. It'll be here somewhere. I don't know what it'll be. Something that you may like. But as always, like I said, what do I say here? I say, since you made it this far, make sure to drop a like, make sure to subscribe, make sure to leave a comment, make sure to do all the things that you would love to do on these videos. And as always, until next time, have a nice day.